2 plus 2 equals 4. Would you want this basic arithmetic fact to feel like a divine injunction hammered into your child's head? Or would you want it to feel subtle, filled with wonder and intrigue and beauty and meaning and, there's a word for it, feel aesthetic? Clearly, there's some value in the sense in which math not only appears to us, but also appeals to us. For 10 years now, my students have taught me how math appeals to them. They have shown that even when we do deeply unmathy things, like tiling shapes that won't tessellate, or finding the very last digit of an infinitely long number, we still do it with some bravado, with some desire that informs our sensibility. Won't you, as parents, as teachers, want to encourage this aesthetic sensibility? Won't you, as researchers like me, want answers to two fundamental questions? What is aesthetic experience, and why does it matter in the math classroom? Here's a tip. When faced with fundamental questions, always turn to philosophy. So I turned to a century-old Indian philosopher, Rabindranath Tagore, whose work gives us some of these answers. With him, I've managed to connect math and math education and aesthetics in a way that hasn't been conceived of before. For Tagore, aesthetic experience is about creating a world invested with extraordinary beauty. Like painting your own personal version of Vancouver in spring. This painting, this creation is the aesthetic act. No aesthetic creation, no world, no knowledge of the world, and no maths as a form of knowledge of the world. Let me say that again. No aesthetics, no world, no knowledge, no math. This is a new idea. It needs a new language. The first half of my research, therefore, is creating this new language, creating concepts and representations to talk about aesthetics in the sense in which classrooms unfold, or the rhythms of our bodies and those of others. With Tagore, math educators may no longer ask, how do you bring aesthetics into the math classroom? They ask rather, how is math classrooms just another form of aesthetically oriented classrooms? So the second half of my research, I look into this kind of aesthetic nature in classrooms across British Columbia. I'm doing this with a vision towards the future. Education, after all, is a speculative discipline. I am, after all, speculating the future of math education in Canada. Thank you.